Modern civilization quietly trained people to believe convenience was freedom. That sounds dramatic until you realize half the population now stares at a loading circle like medieval villagers waiting for rain. The strange part is, this happened unbelievably fast. As of 2026, human civilization quietly shifted from learning systems to renting systems. Back then, people memorized directions. People kept paper maps folded inside glove compartments like sacred artifacts nobody fully understood. If your uncle got lost in 1994, he didn't scream at satellites. He just accepted that he had entered unknown territory. Now, a grown adult misses one highway exit and suddenly treats Siri like she personally ruined the bloodline. And this is where the first hidden coin quietly appears. Whenever civilization removes friction, somebody quietly builds a business around the new dependency. GPS removed navigation friction. But now entire industries exist because people can no longer function without digital direction. Delivery apps removed travel friction. Now people pay $27 to have one burrito escorted across town like diplomatic cargo. Autopay removed remembering bills. Now millions of people discover subscriptions the same way archaeologists discover ancient civilizations. Wait, I'm still paying for this? Modern civilization became small, monthly, invisible leaks. And honestly, that might be the greatest business model humans ever invented. Not robbery, not conquest, not empires, just, would you like to continue being slightly comfortable for $14.99 a month? People said yes so many times, civilization accidentally created financial wallpaper. The funny part is, nobody feels rich anymore. But everybody owns 17 convenience systems. Streaming services replaced ownership. Back then, people bought movies. You physically owned the thing. Now your favorite show can disappear overnight because 6 executives in Los Angeles had a quarterly meeting near flavored water. Human civilization literally invented temporary ownership. That's incredible. Imagine explaining this to somebody from 1978. Yes, we technically have access to more entertainment than any civilization in history, but emotionally we feel held hostage by passwords. And people adapted before fully understanding the trade-off. That's the important part. Civilization changes slowly at first, then suddenly becomes emotionally normal. People now panic when Wi-Fi disappears for 8 seconds. 8 seconds. A modern human can survive. Divorce, debt, traffic, politics, economic instability. But let Netflix buffer one time and suddenly, civilization enters psychological collapse. You can actually watch people lose confidence in reality. First they blink. Then they walk closer to the router like ancient villagers approaching a shrine. Then comes the sacred ritual, turning Wi-Fi off and back on while pretending to understand networking. That's not technology anymore. That's digital spirituality. And here's where another hidden coin quietly appears. Every dependency creates pressure. Every pressure system creates somebody solving the pressure. Now entire businesses exist around digital detox offline experiences, minimalism, subscription, management, paper planners, analog hobbies, touch grass, retreats. Human civilization became so optimized. People now pay money to temporarily pretend it's 1997 again. That's hilarious. Adults are spending thousands of dollars to sit in cabins without notifications. Meanwhile, in 2003, that was just called being broke. Convenience quietly changed human patience. Back then, waiting was normal. Microwaves felt fast. Internet pages loaded line by line like civilization, manually constructing reality in front of you. Now people become emotionally suspicious if food takes longer than 14 minutes. Delivery apps trained people to track sandwiches like military operations. You can literally watch your fries moving through town in real time. And if the driver makes one wrong turn, human beings react like international law was violated. The car stopped for 3 minutes. Yes, Brenda, the driver is probably at a red light. This is still Earth. Modern systems now reward speed, friction, removal, passive consumption, automatic behavior, continuous convenience, while quietly reducing patience, memory, self-reliance, planning, tolerance for discomfort, and civilization calls this progress. Now, to be fair, a lot of this is progress. GPS is useful. Streaming is useful. Online banking is useful. Nobody wants to go back to printing MapQuest directions like cursed treasure scrolls. That's not the point. The point is, every solved friction creates a new friction. That's the law. Civilization gained convenience. But civilization traded away resilience. And humans don't notice resilience disappearing until systems fail. That's when things become funny. You discover who actually knows how to function without convenience layers. Power outage? Some people calmly light candles. Other people stare at dead routers like family members in intensive care. One group says, "We'll manage." The other group says, "My phone battery is at 12%. Tell my followers I loved them." Human beings adapted so deeply to convenience systems. Silence now feels suspicious. That's incredible. People used to seek quiet. Now quiet feels like technical difficulty. And modern convenience systems don't even ask for obedience aggressively anymore. They seduce people softly. Autoplay. Recommended for you. Suggested route. Smart notifications. Smart fridge. Smart toaster. Smart thermostat. At some point, civilization stopped building tools and started building emotionally persuasive assistants. Your refrigerator now has software opinions. That sentence alone should concern humanity slightly. And this is where another strange little golden coin appears. The people who understand modern dependency systems early gain leverage early. Because once you recognize the pattern, you stop behaving automatically. You start asking, what am I actually dependent on? That question changes everything. Some people are now building businesses, teaching, offline skills, manual competence, digital organization, AI assistance, automation management, subscription, auditing, attention control, friction reduction, consulting. Because modern civilization accidentally created a new premium asset, clarity. Confused people spend emotionally. Clear people position carefully. That's the hidden treasure map. The funny part is, modern civilization created convenience layers so aggressively, humans now need second systems to manage the first systems. People need password managers to manage passwords, apps to manage subscriptions, software to organize software, AI to summarize notifications created by other apps. Civilization accidentally built bureaucratic convenience. That's beautiful in a horrifying way. Even homes changed. Back then, houses were shelters. Now homes are technological ecosystems. Doorbell camera, voice assistant, streaming hub, smart lights, smart locks, smart speakers, smart vacuum. People now update their kitchen firmware. Imagine explaining that to your grandfather. Yes, the house needed a software update before the vacuum could emotionally understand the living room. And honestly, modern humans barely question any of this anymore. That's the real shift. Civilization normalized dependency quietly, one convenience at a time. Nobody woke up asking, "Can I become emotionally incapable of existing without cloud synchronization?" It just happened gradually. One login, one subscription, one convenience layer at a time. That's how civilization rewires itself. Quietly, comfortably, professionally. And the systems became financially sticky. That's important. Because modern convenience is rarely sold once. It's rented forever, monthly, continuously, emotionally. The greatest businesses in modern civilization are no longer selling products. They are selling ongoing relief from friction. That's genius. People aren't buying music anymore. They're buying relief from silence. People aren't buying navigation anymore. They're buying relief from uncertainty. People aren't buying delivery anymore. They're buying relief from interruption. That realization changes how you see civilization. Now here's where things become even stranger. Children growing up today may never fully experience being lost, being unreachable, being bored, waiting naturally, memorizing phone numbers, owning media physically. Those experiences are disappearing. And whenever civilization loses old experiences, new behaviors appear. That's where the next trade-off starts. Because once convenience becomes fully normalized, the next logical step is predictive civilization. Systems predicting needs before humans ask. AI scheduling, AI recommendations, AI purchases, AI route planning, AI entertainment selection, AI emotional companionship. Human friction keeps getting removed, but dependency keeps increasing. And again, this is not doom. This is investigation. Because hidden inside every civilization shift, there are always people quietly positioning correctly. Some people become fully consumed by convenience. Other people learn how convenience works without becoming trapped inside it. That difference matters a lot. Because future leverage probably belongs to people who can use systems without psychologically depending on systems. That's becoming rare. And rare things become valuable. Human attention became valuable. Authenticity became valuable. Offline experiences became valuable. Direct ownership became valuable. Self-reliance became valuable. Even boredom is slowly becoming valuable again. That's hilarious. Civilization became so overstimulated. Silence turned into luxury. People now pay premium prices to hear birds. Birds. Human civilization reached a point where natural sound effects became a subscription upgrade. That's an unbelievable sentence. And honestly, there's something strangely hopeful about all this. Because once humans recognize the absurdity, they usually start adapting. Not perfectly, but gradually. People start simplifying, reducing subscriptions, learning practical skills again, owning things again, building direct income, creating leverage, questioning systems. That's usually where the hidden coin appears. Awareness before the crowd fully notices the shift. Most people only experience the pressure. A few people recognize the pattern early enough to position around it. That's always been true throughout civilization. And it's probably becoming even more important now. Because convenience systems are not slowing down. They're accelerating. Faster AI, faster delivery, faster automation, faster personalization, faster dependency loops. The real question is no longer, is convenience growing? Obviously it is. The real question is, can humans remain psychologically independent inside highly convenient systems? That's the actual investigation. Because modern civilization quietly trained people to trade small daily frictions for large invisible dependencies. And most people adapted before fully understanding the exchange rate. The hidden coin is recognizing the trade-off early, not rejecting technology, not panicking, not becoming anti-modern, just understanding the system clearly enough to maintain control inside it. That's the difference. Confusion creates automatic behavior. Clarity creates positioning. Positioning creates leverage. Control begins there. Gaimed investigates those shifts early, because civilization keeps changing whether people notice or not. And the people who recognize the hidden patterns first usually discover the hidden opportunities first too. Gaimed convenience. Staircase snapshot system, $13, is in the description. Purchase it. Apply it. That's where control begins. Gaimed equals advantage.